Today we're diving into something truly eye-opening, how a small part of our human design can make a huge difference in our children's lives. I'm talking about the ego center, also known as the heart center. This tiny powerhouse affects how we see ourselves, how we make promises, and even how we handle competition. And here is the big thing. Kids with a defined ego center experience life very differently from kids with an undefined ego center. But the world treats them all the same, and that's where the problem starts. Let's break this down so that you, as parents or educators, can support children based on their natural strengths, not force them into a mold that doesn't fit. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Lakshmi. I'm an energy healer, medium, Jinkies guide, author of the children's book about meditation, The Myth of the Nymph, and the developer of Rise and Shine Meditations app. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into human design, Jinkies, and more mindful parenting content. Alright, let's get into it. Imagine the ego center as the engine of a car. Some kids have a powerful engine that's always running, defined ego, and others have a flexible engine that turns on and off depending on who they are around, undefined ego. And guess what? Both are perfectly designed that way. The ego center is all about willpower, self-esteem, and survival in the material world. Things like working hard, making money, and proving yourself. Kids with a defined ego center have a built-in gas tank of willpower. When they say, I'm going to do it, they actually can. They're naturally competitive, they love to win, and they thrive when they make promises they truly want to keep. But what they struggle with? If they are told to be humble or suppress their confidence, they might start feeling guilty for their natural power. Also, if they make too many promises they don't care about, they might lose people's trust. And if their willpower is controlled or limited, they might feel lost and unmotivated. So how can we help them? Teach them to only make promises they genuinely want to keep. Also encourage them to own their confidence, not suppress it, and make sure they have a healthy balance between work and rest so they don't burn out. Now, let's talk about kids with an undefined ego center. These kids are like a mirror. They absorb and amplify the willpower of the people around them. When they are in class with a teacher who has a strong willpower, they might feel unstoppable. But when they get home, that energy is gone if their parents have an undefined ego center, for example. And what these kids struggle with? They compare themselves to kids with a defined egos and think, why can't I be like them? Also, they feel like they have something to prove, so they push themselves too hard. And they make promises when they're around strong-willed people, but later they can't keep them, leading to guilt and low self-worth. Here is how we can help. Teach them they have nothing to prove. They are already enough. Also, never force them to make promises. Instead, let them work with flexibility and help them recognize that their willpower fluctuates. And that's okay. Imagine two kids, Alex and Sam. Alex has a defined ego. When he says, I'll finish my homework before dinner, he actually has the energy to do it. He loves making deals like, if I clean my room, can I get extra screen time? He needs to feel like his effort is valued. Sam has an undefined ego. At school, she's super motivated because her teacher has a strong willpower. She tells herself, I'll do my homework as soon as I get home. But at home, her willpower disappears and she feels frustrated, thinking, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong. She was just amplifying her teacher's energy at school. Right now, our education system assumes that all kids should have endless willpower, but that's not how humans work. Schools should stop pushing all kids to be naturally competitive. Instead, we need to encourage children to understand their own natural strengths. Parents should stop expecting their kids to always keep promises. Instead, teach them to say, "Let me think about it," before agreeing to something. Homework and motivation should be structured differently. Instead of expecting kids to push through alone, create study groups or accountability bodies so undefined ego kids can work while being charged up by defined ego friends. So parents and teachers, let's stop forcing kids to be something they are not. Instead, let's help them understand who they truly are and build a system that works for them, not against them. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and share it with parents and teachers who need to hear this. If you would like a human design or Gene Keys reading, reach me via an email in the description box below. And of course, subscribe for more insights into raising kids in alignment with who they really are. And I see you in our next videos. With love and gratitude. Your Lakshmi.